Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Maria Valletta, and we're here at the PBS 39 Studios at the Steel Stacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, with Executive Chef Michael Adams of the Hotel Bethlehem. Welcome to the show. Have you been on the Chef's Kitchen before?
I have.
You have?
A long time ago.
Really?
I don't know what year, but it was way back, I think, season 3.
What are we going to make today?
We are going to make some seared sea scallops, and we're going to make a rhubarb mostarda. I do a twist on mostarda. Mostarda is traditionally done with a preserved fruit. We're going to use some local ingredients, and we're going to incorporate rhubarb into it instead of using a fruit. And then we're going to do it with some nice heirloom carrots, some watercress, chives, and ginger root. So very few ingredients, really fresh ingredients, and should be a wonderful dish.
Looks good, Chef. Let's get started.
Okay, so what we're doing first is we're going to start the mostarda, and I always do twists on classics. So traditionally you use a lot of sugar in a mostarda, and of course mustard. And what we're going to do today is we're going to use, I do a classical sauce, a gastrique sauce. So we're going to take some sugar and we're going to caramelize it. So we're going to bring it to a nice deep amber color. And we're just going to take the sugar in a hot pan. We're going to add a little bit of water, and the water's just going to cause the gastrique to caramelize evenly. So sometimes when you put sugar in the pan, you're going to get the outer edges start to caramelize, and then the inner isn't cooked at all. So you want to just put some water in there and then start the cooking process that way.
That's a great tip.
Now we're going to get to the rhubarb. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice small dice with the rhubarb. So we're going to cut it across. Now, as you get later in the season, you may want to peel the rhubarb down because it gets kind of tough as the season goes on. So we're just going to make a nice small.
But then you don't get the color, right? If you peel it.
This is true, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, the color is nice, but ultimately you want a nice, tender, flavorful piece of rhubarb. So we're just going to take that and we're going to dice that down, and then you got to keep an eye on the sugar.
And tender. Still white.
Yeah, that's going to take about 6 to 7 minutes to caramelize. And so we're just going to dice down the rhubarb.
I love that you use local ingredients, and that's the thing with the Hotel Bethlehem, that they're really into supporting the local farmers around here. And there's a big movement, I think, in Lehigh Valley towards buying local, supporting local, fresh, seasonal, and that's what you do with the menu, right? With the menu?
Absolutely. We are surrounded by a plethora of farmers, and it's great. It's great to be in this area because there's lots of great restaurants opening up, and I think because of that movement, more and more are using the local farmers, so it keeps, you know, the economy rolling right here.
Are you from the area yourself?
I am. I've been here for like 15 years. So I was just started at the Hotel Bethlehem April 1st, and it is an amazing hotel.
So you oversee the 2 restaurants, 1741 on the terrace, and also the tap room, right?
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about the difference between the 2.
So the 1741 terrace is our fine dining establishment. And we do seasonal menus in that restaurant, so we're going to change them about every 6 weeks. And you know, we do have some 1741 classics that are on the menu that have been selling very well over the years, and then we introduce new dishes seasonally, and of course we run additions to the menu every night. And our tap room is a little bit more casual. Although we do some interesting things on the menu, we do things like, I'm just laughing because I just thought that this mostarda would go great with one of the things we're doing in the tap room. That's how my brain works.
There you go.
So we do these duck tots, and it's like a twist. Yeah, it's like a tater tot.
Yeah.
But we take duck confit and we fry it like a tater tot, and then I just thought, oh my God, that would go really good with that. So anyway, so we have the sugar caramelizing here, and now we're going to start with the rhubarb. So we're going to take a little bit of oil, and I think I have a bottle.
I got it.
Just a little bit in the pan.
All right, you get that going. Okay. Oh, and look who's going to join us. Welcome, Bill. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
So have you met Michael Adams?
I did meet
Bill
Michael
Binzik.
before.
He's an importer of exclusive wines
Well, it started actually in 2001, just importing. I just started importing olive oil and pastas, and kind of grew into importing wines only from Italy. Our primary focus is to import indigenous wines from every region of Italy.
Great. No, I'm really looking forward to tasting what you brought. We'll see you for the tasting then,
Okay,
Bill.
great. All right, thank you.
See you back.
Okay, Maria.
Cook something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of The Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts.
We're back with Chef Michael Adams of the Hotel Bethlehem.
Okay,
Oh, that smells good.
So the rhubarb, yeah. So we're doing a little bit of shallot. We're doing some rhubarb and ginger, and we're going to just real quickly saute. You don't want to saute it too much. You just want to take that rawness out of it and sweat that ginger out a little bit, and then all we're going to do is we're going to actually pull this off. You don't want to cook it too long because it's going to get really
Deteriorate
soft
it, yeah.
and mushy. So a real quick sear on this, and as you can see, our sugar's starting to
Starting
get
to
that
color.
light brown, and it has about another 30 seconds. And this is a crucial part. If you go a little bit too long, the gastrique sauce will get bitter. So you want to make sure that once it starts to turn
you can
that light
smell the
amber,
sweetness.
don't walk away from the pan because it
Okay.
will burn real fast.
So it's starting to have a little bit more color here, so you want to keep an eye on that, huh?
That is just about like a light amber beer. So, and then we're going to add some red wine vinegar. Now this is going to splash up, so you might
Okay,
want to.
look out.
So equal parts. So we used about a cup of sugar and a cup of red wine vinegar. Then we're going to add some aromatics to it. Just a little bit of fresh thyme.
Just went from smelling sweet to smelling all that citric kind of acid note, you know?
Sure. And a little bit of peppercorn and thyme, and we're just going to let that cook down a little bit.
Okay.
And we want to get this rhubarb out of the pan so it doesn't overcook.
Okay.
So we're just going to let that cool right here for a little bit.
All right. So the tap room must have an extensive list of beer. I know that 1741 has been awarded Wine Spectator Award for your wine lists.
Yes.
So how's the beer component play with the tap room?
We have lots of, again, local ingredients, local beers, and we keep those changing up as the season's gone. So the summer beers are now on draft. We have beautiful scallops. So when you're selecting scallops at wherever you shop for seafood, you want to make sure there's not any of that milky white liquid in it. That's actually a chemical that preserves the scallop.
Oh, yeah.
So you definitely want to
Look for dry scallops.
dry scallops, yeah. And even if there is sometimes moisture comes out of it, you want to dry them off so you get a nice golden brown and delicious sear on them.
Yeah.
And then we have some nice heirloom carrots.
These are gorgeous.
And we're not going to peel them or anything. We washed them real well, and they're very sweet. And we're going to do a little sautéed, and we're going to incorporate some raw.
so
So you're going to bring
pretty.
out
I
some of
love
that
the
sweetness
colors.
by sautéing, but you're going to have that nice raw crunch to the dish. So
So it's a certain pan you like to use when you sear scallops or that we should use at home?
So I would say I have all alkaline pans at home,
Okay.
and they hold the heat great. So something with a really heavy bottom,
Okay.
because when you add scallops to a pan, you want to make sure that the pan is thick enough so it's holding the heat. So if you have a thin pan, what's going to happen is if you put 4 scallops in it, it's going to cool the pan down. So you want something with a really heavy bottom, a really heavy gauge pan.
So it gets hot enough.
correct.
Otherwise you kind of wind up steaming them, correct?
Yes, so you want that nice sear on them. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, and we're just gonna season the scallops just with a little bit of salt.
That's all they need? That's great.
That's it, just a little bit. And so the
easy.
pan is ready to go, and we're gonna sear these.
Oh yeah, you can
Nice
hear
and
it's
hot.
ready to go.
So you never wanna overcrowd the pan. So about 5, and we're just gonna leave those sear a little bit. And then in the other pan, we're gonna take some of the heirloom carrots.
You can definitely see that you don't need to peel these because the skin is so thin. They look like they're so tender.
They're gorgeous. Actually, they were just harvested, but this morning I picked them up at the one of the local farms this morning.
Really?
So, yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
I'm not
great.
kidding about that. It's all true. So yeah, we're just gonna take some of these, and again, a little bit of oil. And we're just gonna add a little bit of shallot to the pan.
Oh, yep.
And we have our sauce going over here. So we're gonna add a little bit of shallot.
We had a little bit there chopped, and I think I swiped it.
Sorry, it went in
Sorry.
the mostarda. All right, so we're just gonna take some sliced shallots and let those go in the pan a little bit. And for these, you just wanna sweat them. You don't want a really hard caramelization. So we're just gonna take those and we're gonna sweat them in the olive oil and the shallots. And again, a little fleur de sel.
Stay tuned for more from the Hotel Bethlehem. We're back with more from the Hotel Bethlehem.
We're gonna just do this little composed salad. So we're gonna take some watercress.
That's beautiful watercress too.
so
Everything
this
is
is-
so fresh.
Has a nice peppery flavor to it.
Yes.
It's actually an herb. So when you incorporate it, you want to use it as if you were using an herb, so not too much. And we got to regulate this pan over here a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bold flavor for a green, So I
Okay.
find it amazing. I haven't been to the Hotel Bethlehem yet, but it's been there since 1922. It's a historic building. It's
It
just
is.
amazing.
It is. It's an
To be
incredible
able
place.
to cook at a
Walking
place
into the
with that much history.
walking into the front doors, it's just amazing. It is amazing.
What a great place to work. You must enjoy your job.
I do. I haven't worked a day in 25 years. And it's true. I haven't.
How many rooms is the hotel?
We have 126 rooms.
It's that big.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and we have really, really nice banquet facilities as well. So we do a lot of catering and
Private parties and
private
events?
parties, weddings, rehearsal dinners, bridal showers. So there's always something going on at the hotel.
What a great spot for
And
all
we
that.
have live music, and every Thursday night we have live jazz, so that brings in a nice crowd. So
Love
we
live music.
don't want to cook these carrots too much. We just want to sweat them a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the mostarda. All we're going to do is we're going to take the sweated rhubarb with the ginger and shallots.
So pretty. It almost looks like strawberries.
We're going to add an equal amount of whole grain mustard. And then we're going to take a little bit of honey. And when you use honey, you really don't want to cook it. So you always want to use it in the raw form, because what will happen is you'll use the true characteristics of the honey. And we're just gonna
Drizzle, drizzle.
Oh, that's okay.
That's good, honey.
So we're just gonna stir that in. And then to finish the mostarda, we are going to add some fresh chives. And these scallops sound like they're ready to go. So a nice deep golden brown.
Wow. Those look so fantastic. Scallops are absolutely one of my favorite things to eat. So is this a dish you have on the menu right now at 1741?
It is not.
Oh.
But it will be.
There we go.
So if not on the menu, we'll definitely run it as a special.
You created something new just for the Chef's Kitchen.
I did.
I like
Actually,
that.
all three dishes are going to be all dishes I haven't done before.
Woohoo. I get to
but
try it first.
You
I
do.
love it.
So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope they work out.
I think we're doing a good job.
Okay. So then we're just going to add some fresh chives to this.
Look at those colors. So pretty.
So
Everything smells so good.
and a little salt. And then what we're going to do on the side is we're going to compose a little salad with
Okay.
the heirloom carrots. And I have some lemons in the fridge.
Oh, get those for
we're
you.
going to do some lemon zest and lemon juice into the salad.
All right.
Most of the flavors are going to come from the mostarda. There's just so much going on, so we just want to do a little bit of lemon zest. And I would recommend with lemons, blanching them for about 15 seconds and then dropping them in ice water to remove any pesticides on the lemons. So you want to eliminate that
That's a great tip.
and the wax, and then just chill them down real quick. But that will eliminate most of the pesticides that they spray on lemons. So we're just going to squeeze a little bit of juice, and we're going to take a little bit of olive oil
So dainty.
and a little bit of fleur de sel. And then we're going to take some of the raw carrots, and then we're just going to slice those real thin.
Just for some different texture here, huh?
The sweetness, the texture, and just rounding out the dish. So we have the sliced carrots, and then we're going to put in the warm carrots.
Look at the color on that one.
It's gorgeous. And then we're going to add the shallots and the roasted carrots to the salad. And From here, we need to add our last part of
Oh,
the
yeah.
mostarda. So we're just going to take a little bit of the gastrique. Now you have all these aromatics in here, so you don't have to add really anything else to the mostarda. Just a little bit of the gastrique. Stir that in, and then we can finish our plate.
Cook something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you've loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts.
We're back with Chef Michael Adams of the Hotel Bethlehem.
So we have the composed salad, the seared scallops, and the rhubarb mostarda. So this will be our final plate. So the 3 scallops, the watercress and heirloom carrots.
Oh, look at that
and then
masterpiece. Oh, what am I stealing?
The mostarda.
Oh,
Where
the
did that-
mostarda.
Where did that?
I got it.
So then we're just going to top this with the mostarda, the 3 scallops,
And just think I almost stole it.
and then we're just going to hit it with a little bit of extra olive oil at the end.
That looks so
And
beautiful.
Just a little bit of drizzle on that. And then we have our completed dish, the seared scallops with rhubarb mostarda, heirloom carrots, watercress, and fresh chives.
Oh, Chef, that looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to dig into these, Chef. Oh, and look who's here, Bill. And I see that you've set up some great wine for us. So tell us
did.
about what you brought.
The wine we paired specifically with this dish is this white by Tenuti Galfano vineyards in western Sicily, Marsala. They named this after a recently deceased relative whose name was Giovanni. Juva is a nickname for Giovanni. So the wine is Fabri, or is Zabibo, which is a white Moscato grape. We also have a second wine we brought, which you carry at the Hotel Bethlehem, by the way. Hotel Bethlehem carries, I believe, 8 of our wines now, so that's kind of good. You'll have a chance to taste it. I don't believe you've tasted this other wine yet. But getting back to this, it's made from the white Moscato grape. Average plant's about 40 years of age. The production is somewhat limited because they take so much care in what they do. The family is just so passionate about their winemaking, as most Italian families are, obviously. But it is from the Marsala region of western Sicily, and it is a white Moscato, but it is called Juva Fabri Zabibo. So I hope you enjoy this.
So Zabibo is basically the local name that they give the grape.
Correct. That's correct.
Yes.
Yes. But it is white Moscato.
Great.
Thank
Bill,
you very much.
in honor of your wine here, we'll start there. Chef? Okay, look at this golden
Salud.
color. Is that beautiful or what?
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a real treat. I really love Italian wine. Ooh, the nose on that is so beautiful. Really exotic. Like there's like ginger and almost a
Little pear.
like floral pears.
Little cantaloupe.
I could see that too. Yeah.
Yes. Unlike California or France, for example, or Australia, Italy has well over 1,700 varietals, of which only about 600 have been genetically identified. This wine you're pouring now is by a company called Angelucci. They're from Abruzzo, and this is actually, the wine is called Cerasulo, which is cherry red in Italian. This is made from 100% Montepulciano grapes. It is held in oak for a little bit, about 5 months, and you can see why they call it cherry red.
Yes.
It's
The color is beautiful.
loaded with flavor, and it's a very versatile wine. And you will
cherries
see
and
this.
strawberries.
Oh, yes, exactly. Those are the 2 highlights that you'll find when you first drink it. The Leonati is actually the name of a monk who was on the premises, had a building on the premises that the vineyard maintained. Leonati was there like 600 or 700 years ago.
Gentlemen, I think we should dig in. We've got 3 scallops. There's 3 of us. This is the best part of the chef's kitchen. We get to taste the chef's work.
You're not invited?
I'm not shy. Oh, that's so good.
Excuse me.
You know what I love? That meatiness of the scallop, and then that brightness you get from the mostarda.
I'm sold, Michael.
That is so good.
Well,
And I got to try it with the zabibo,
yes, the zabibu.
the juva. Yes, that's a wonderful pairing.
Yes.
Ah, Italian wine.
Fabrizio and
It's
his
so
family.
food friendly. I love it. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me on the Chef's Kitchen. I
Thank
look
you.
forward to coming to Hotel Bethlehem to have your wines and have your food. It's been great, and thanks for joining
Super.
me. Oh,
Thank you so much.
cheers.
Cheers. A little red waiting. All right, salud. Thank you.
The Lehigh Valley's premier hotel, the historic Hotel Bethlehem, is perfect for any stay. With 128 rooms and suites, 24-hour room service, and a fully equipped fitness center, historic Hotel Bethlehem is sure to impress. Inside are 2 beautiful ballrooms, ample meeting space, and 2 restaurants by notable chef Michael Adams. 1741 on the terrace, a farm-to-table dining experience, and the Tap Room, a casual restaurant open all day. On your next trip, stay with us and feel at home at the historic Hotel Bethlehem.
Cook something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts.